Hello, Mr. Lee here, ready to talk about how to maximize your weight loss plan and prevent injury. Let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go, go, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day.
So today, we're going to be talking about how to maximize our at-home weight loss plan. Stay till the end for an example plan on how to lose weight and prevent injury. But first, we need to talk about planes of movement. There's 3 planes of movements: the frontal plane, sagittal plane, and the transverse plane. These planes help us understand what movement is and how to appropriately train the supporting muscles for a certain action. So everyone focuses on weight loss, but we can work towards weight loss and prepare our bodies for the future. By training specific movements in different planes, we prevent injury, we maintain our active lifestyle for longer. The frontal plane has a deceiving name because this is motion that refers to anything that goes from side to side of the midline of our body. We call this adduction and abduction. These movements of adduction or abduction need to be trained so that we build the smaller muscles that support the prime movers in these motions. Exercises in the frontal plane can be side lunges, lat raises, even jumping jacks, anything that is sideways movement from the midline of our body. These exercises are important to train for everyday activities and motions that we go through. The sagittal plane is the most common movement in exercise, and its motions going forwards or backwards from the midline. So walking, running, bicep curls, squats, even sit-ups are conducted in this plane, and we call this flexion and extension. It's easy to fall into a pattern of overtraining this movement or this plane because it's the most common. If you fall into this plane of just constantly doing just sit-ups and push-ups and walking and running, then you're not developing the minor muscles that support the major movers. And in the future, you may be more susceptible to injury whenever you conduct an action outside of the sagittal plane. The transverse plane is probably the easiest to remember because it's any twisting motion. We call this supination and pronation. The transverse plane is probably where most injuries occur. So turning your head or even bending down and twisting at the hips, these are all motions in the transverse plane, and they can cause injury if not properly conditioned. This is why a sudden sharp pain might come in the neck if you turn your head while you're in the car, or maybe you throw out your back whenever you're bending down and picking up something heavy. This is why it's important to train, and incorporating these movements into our at-home weight loss plan can prepare us for the future. So now that you understand the basics of the planes of movements, let's talk about weight loss. When you plan your at-home weight loss journey, you need to first identify a goal and then identify your target heart rate. You can watch my other video on target heart rates and how to calculate that, but you want to be in your upper zone 2 to lower zone 3 to effectively burn fat. Once you've identified what heart rate zone you want to be in, you want to get there as quick as possible, and then you just want to stay within that heart rate zone for about 10 to 40 minutes. For a new client who's not been previously active, I would suggest 70% of the maximum heart rate for about 15 minutes. This will significantly reduce your weight and begin to burn fat. The human body is simple. Calories in, calories out. If you want to maintain, then the calories in need to exactly equal the calories that you put out. In order to lose, then the calories in need to be less than the effort given throughout the day. I'll do a different video on the nutritional side of this and the science behind all the extra calories that you can burn, but today we're just focused on the exercises and how to maximize our time to prevent injury and lose weight. So I would suggest for a new client to reach that 70% heart rate zone for about 15 minutes, 5 days a week. So let's look at this example plan. So you can see I chose 3 different exercises that are all targeting the same prime movers but are in a different plane of movement. This is so that we don't create imbalances. We're training the entire body, and we're also developing those small stabilizers so that we can perform these movements safely and prevent injury in the future. This example would be a single day out of a 5-day plan. If the client maintained the same caloric intake but increased the output by doing this plan 5 days a week for 15 minutes, staying in that target heart rate, then the client would slowly begin to burn fat and lose weight. They would also be training the different movement planes so that they're preventing injury in their daily life whenever they conduct movements outside. This is what we're talking about on how to maximize your at-home weight loss plan. It can be about more than just losing weight. You can also prepare your body for the future. I'll make a more in-depth video on how to make an effective at-home fitness plan. But if you're doing it on your own at home, I hope you can see that you can maximize the output and the time that you're putting into it by both losing weight and preventing injury. This is the purpose of this channel. It's to help you at home who you're trying to get through it. You're trying to meet your goals. You're trying to lose weight. You're trying to maintain mobility for longer. You're trying to prepare for an event or an upcoming trip, maybe even an adventure vacation. So leave me a comment below if you have any questions, and I will try my best to help. Also, be sure to subscribe. It really helps the channel out. I'm trying to grow this and get this content out to more people. Just keep liking and subscribing, and eventually we'll create a healthier future for many. Be sure to check out my website. I'll leave a link in the description below. As always, stay happy and helpful. See ya.